We're live.
Hey. Da, 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 da.
Welcome to the very first ever episode of
Questionable choices.
Thanks to our Twitter fans who helped us pick out a name. We hope you have a good time with us. I am one of your hosts. My name is John, JB to most of my friends, and other names to people who don't like me. And on the other end,
Hi, I'm Dom. This show is about questionable choices. The main topic tonight will be, why did I start an OnlyFans page to help support my family? No, that's not true, because if that was to happen, OnlyFans would shut down. But no, that is not what it is. But that would be a questionable choice.
Very questionable choice.
What are you saying? You saying I'm not attractive? You're saying I can't be on?
I'm saying that would be a very questionable choice.
I don't know about that. I'm a little. Also, this usually is not my normal voice. But how did I get this voice? You tell me. One of three ways: I tripped over an ashtray and sucked it in. Or choice number two: I drank a bottle of Berry White smooth wine. Or choice number three: I went to see the Neil Diamond play last week, and now my voice is having diamond sympathy.
It's three. I know it's three.
It's actually because I had how people say, I have allergies. And that's what happened. But hey, we're glad for anybody to join us. You know, this is our first show. Hopefully people will catch on, enjoy, make comments. Who knows? But, you know, we all have our lives aside from this. And I know one thing that you do, you and your fiance, every week, usually every Friday, go out and have dinner.
Yep.
Because you guys are still in the what's that called? The wooing mode. Because you're still trying to woo.
6 years of wooing right now.
It's a lot of wooing. Me, my wife and I have 2 under 2 and 2 over our heads, and I'm in the boohooing stage, so I don't get out much. But when you go to these restaurants, I bet you don't even know they're trying to make you spend more money, and you don't even know it.
Yeah, how about that?
I came across this, and we were talking about this. It's crazy that when you go to a restaurant, they're finding ways for you to spend more money. And I don't know if this ever happened to anybody, but it's something to think about. One of the first things I read, and I thought, how the heck does this work? They overprice an item on the menu, so everything else will look better as good deals. How do you do that?
I don't buy that either, by the way.
Neither do I. What are people looking? Let's see. Boy, you know what? The pasta looks good, but I think $75 is a little steep. So I'll just get the $50 steak. I don't understand that.
Yeah, and the article said that they're not really overpriced. Like, that's garbage. They are overpriced. They're on the menu at a price higher than you are willing to pay. That is overpriced. That is the definition of overpriced.
Like, if you order that overpriced item, does the waitress or waiter say, "Congratulations, you found the secret item. It's free"?
Yeah.
So that one I have some trouble with.
It's rare that I'll go into a place not having an idea of what the prices are anyway. Especially in today's day and age, you can look this stuff up on the internet or on your phone before you even walk in to get an idea. So
right, and half the time when we go into restaurants, I like, especially this place I go to all the time, I already know what I want. I know that's my favorite. Of course, again, for me right now, my favorite is I walk in, I'll say, Whopper, double Whopper with bacon, no onions, and a large fry. That's about my extent right now of eating. And I got to get double fries because the kids eat the fries. But no, that one.
Kids eat the fries.
The kids. That one, I just found like, no. Now the second thing I kind of say, oh yeah, where they pre-fill the tip jar to guilt you into tipping.
Yeah, but again, most places I go, I cash tip my server. So this is probably more like your Starbucks, your coffee shop type places, right? Where they put the tip jar on the counter.
Now, I've gone to some pizza places where you go to the pickup counter and the tip jar is right there. And it's funny because usually in that tip jar are like higher bills. And I'm thinking to myself, I just had to drive here to pick up this pizza. You should be tipping me. Where's my tip? I should tip you for making my food? I don't even know if you spit in it.
Well, I am all for service, right?
Oh, yeah.
Calvin makes a great point.
I mean, you have to read. I don't have my eyes on because I have bicycle focals.
Yeah, well, Calvin, who is our friend from across the pond, he said he has PDFs of most of the menus on his phone, and that's what he looks at way before you go in, right?
Right. So why in the world would you even? Again, that I just like I tried to picture that. And I did like when I go. I don't know. But the tip jar thing, I still think with the tip jar thing, that's why I always see 5s and 10s in there. Because who is tipping? You go to pick up your pizza. Thanks for the pizza. Here's another 10. After you paid $50 for 2 pizzas.
Yeah, I think if you're going in to pick it up yourself, just it all depends. If someone serves me, if they bring my drink, they take my order, I'm going to tip them. But yeah, you're kind of right, and maybe that's wrong. Maybe we should be tipping the people that make the food, unless they're the owners.
Well, again, I do feel guilt when I see that, but then it's just like that guilt goes away. It's like should I? No, I'll just get an extra cannoli instead. That's what and I've done that before. Where instead of tipping, I've decided to purchase an extra cannoli from the refrigerator that they have right there, which is more tempting. That isn't it. That wasn't in that article. Putting that refrigerator up there with the desserts when you go to have your pickup order.
Oh, I have a whole end of this conversation on things that were missed that I can think of.
All right. So the next one, this was a little weird. Daily specials. They don't. When you put them on those chalkboards or those new like neon boards, they don't erase them, and they leave them up so you think it's a limited time. Again, you frequent the place. Hey, what's the special? Oh, it's the tilapia. A week later, what's the special? Oh, it's the tilapia. Still, that fish gotta be smelling up a storm by that time.
Is it the same tilapia, or did you just get a supplier who brings it every week?
Right? It's like what else is on the menu? Nothing. We just have tilapia because nobody wants special, so we just have tilapia. Like I get why. I ignore those boards anyway. Usually, again, it's like, this is what I want. Here for my burger. Take your tilapia. All right. I saw another comment from?
Yeah, Kelvin's. So Kelvin's from the UK, and they only tip if they feel they really deserve it, and I agree with that 100%. But I think it's interesting that he says you should tip the chefs more than the waitresses. That the waitresses know they're in a low-paying job.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
They should get paid better.
By the way, Kelvin, welcome. This is my bad Mrs. Duttfader with a cold.
Don't do the voice. He's not your. Listen, I know Kelvin a long time. Don't mess with him. He's a great guy, though. He's like
I'm not making fun of him, dear.
He's one of our favorite people in the world.
I'm happy he's watching.
He is awesome.
All right. So this next one, sparkling water versus tap water. I've had that only on occasion, but again, if you're thinking that the sparkling water is going to be free too, the only way that sparkling water is going to be free is if you have an Alka-Seltzer in your pocket and you put it in the regular water. That's sparkling water. Well,
no, I think what the article was saying is they would prefer you buy the water than take their free water.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't want their free. I know that. That's again. I know if you're offering me sparkling water, I got to pay for it.
Yes, it is. Sparkling water is vile, Kelvin. I agree 100%. I can't drink water. My body does not accept water well. This is a strange thing with it.
I have to cover the label.
And the more purified the water, the worse my body reacts to it. So I don't know how purified it is. So when they talk about water, bringing water to the table, it's like, you can bring it. I'm not going to drink it anyway.
See, I like very cold water. It has to be
I-
cold.
So they can try and sell me all the water they want, and I'm just going to say, yeah, you can bring me the water and put some tea in it.
It has to be cold as Iceman. Now my wife always sweet tea. Never water. Like, you could come to that table and say, you want sparkling water? Sweet tea. And that tea better be sweet because she's from the South. If that tea is not sweet, I have to hear about it.
What's it like? 10 parts sugar, 1 part tea down there?
Something like that.
Stuff is?
Something like, it has to equal Chick-fil-A tea. I think that's the standard. Plus places.
I'll have to take your word for that because I am one of those people who does not frequent Chick-fil just okay.
I'm serious. I mean, I don't knock it because my family enjoys it so much. Just not for me. Now this one is interesting, and I've seen this on menus before, and I like this. Why are they not doing that? Lack of money sign, where they just put a number next to it, and like, what does that say? Steak 24. Does that mean I get 24 steaks? And I know that, again, I know what they're doing.
Yeah. I mean, most adults will understand that that's the price, that's nothing other than the price without the marking.
Now, I will tell anybody watching that some psychologist wrote this article, and I don't know if this was an article this person wrote for like something for college or whatever. They should fail. I'm just saying that right now. We're talking about it because it was just interesting because we all, for the most part, have gone out to dinner before. We've experienced some things. And now that you read it, it's like, has this happened while I've been at a restaurant? And like I said, the sparkling water, it's like, you know what? I've been offered sparkling water before. Yeah, I've seen the tip jar like that. Yeah, I've seen where they don't put a dollar sign in front of the number. But again, like you said, we're adults. We know why. That it's like, I'm going to be more prone. Well, let's see. Again, it says 50 next to it. Well, I'll still get it because it's just a 50. It doesn't cost anything. It just costs 50.
Right. It's not a quantity. It's not a quantity in most cases. It could, maybe it could be if you're getting chicken wings, right? It could be the quantity, how many you're getting. But usually it'll tell you an order of 6, and then it'll give you the unmarked price after it. So, again, reading is fundamental. Understand what you're reading and know that no dollar sign doesn't mean it's just a number. There's a reason that number's on the menu where it is.
Now, you can have fun with that. And the next time you go to a restaurant that does that, you can like play with the waiter or waitress and say, can you tell me what this 50 means? Oh, that's $50. Well, why isn't there a dollar sign?
You should have your menus remade. Yes. Your menus could use a little rework.
Or you say, well, that's $50. Well, don't I get a discount because you save money on the printer by not putting a dollar sign in front of it?
Lazy menu layout. That's right, Kelvin. That's what it looks like to us, too. I love how interactive Kelvin is. I appreciate him very, very much, too.
Yes, thank you.
Every day.
I appreciate it. Now, this, again, another funny one here. Music is slower. When the restaurant is slower, the music is slower. But when the restaurant is busy, the music is faster, so you'll leave. But when it's empty, they want you to stay. Now, I can understand that. But personally, I'd like the music to be faster when it's slower, because then maybe my server will actually reappear after the meal is done to give me my bill. Because I don't know how many times I've gone out to dinner where the server is right on top of you. Oh, you want a fill drink? Now, if they're not, again, back to my wife. If that person is not filling that drink up every 5 minutes, they are not getting a tip. That's just her, and I agree. But again, the amount of times I've gone to a restaurant, it's like, okay, we're done. Anybody, anytime now.
Is that when you're busy or not busy, though? Because when they're busy, I understand
it. It's all the time.
Oh.
I've gone to slow restaurants where that happens.
Then you're going to the wrong restaurants. See, honestly,
I figure that out after I leave.
For me, it would be the opposite. If I like the music, if it's up tempo, good beat, I'm probably going to stick around a little bit and listen to the
Yeah.
music. So I'm not running out. Whereas if it's elevator music, it's like, okay, I've had enough of this. I'm out of here. I think they should be not as subtle. If you want people to go, right? If you want people to stick around, songs like Stay, you could play, or Please Don't Go would be a good song to play. If You Leave by OMD would be another song you might want to play. Like, let's Right Here, Right Now by Jesus Jones. Perfect, right? You want them to stick around. If you want them to get out, Hit the Road Jack is good. Goodbye to You would be nice. Goodbye Stranger works very well. Na 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 na, hey, kiss them goodbye. All these songs would be much better than subtle songs. If you want them to leave, play the songs that I mentioned about leaving. If you want them to stay, play the other ones. Don't worry about the tempo. Put the lyrics into the message what you want.
Now maybe they should play "Fat" by Weird Al. I think that's a possibility.
Fat by Weird Al. Okay.
"Fat" by Weird Al. But again, so the music is slower, so you'll stay longer.
Oh, that's interesting.
They're playing a depressing song out your pocket. So
yeah, like I'm leaving. That's interesting, Kelvin. Kelvin says that.
Depressing.
Kelvin says that restaurants there are allowed to upcharge when a place gets busy. Wow, that's wild.
If I walk into a restaurant, which has happened to me before, and there's nobody in there, and then all of a sudden it gets busy, you better be giving me my meal for free because I just brought the people. That's how I look at it. Where's my?
That's fascinating, though.
I just brought the people.
So
yeah, that's crazy.
Well, amusement parks do that now. They upcharge for busy times. The more people they expect, the more expensive it gets to go. So that kind of makes sense.
And it also makes sense why I stay home. Well, I don't. The good thing is when everybody's here for dinner, I don't walk in and I don't have to pay an upcharge when everybody's here for dinner. It's free.
And we stay in almost all the time. We go out once a week, like you said. We like our out time. We have our places we like to go to, and they know us and we know them. So the service is usually very good. We know what the service is going to be. But these are all kind of interesting. But what about some other tricks that they may have missed on this article that you've seen them do?
Well, the bread. But I don't know why that's a trick. Sometimes I don't understand. So let's just make you fill up on bread.
That backfires.
It does. Because then people order food, but then they take it home. I mean, that works for us. It's a double meal, and the bread's free. So that's I've heard that before. Well, they fill you up on bread. If I'm filling up on bread, I go from wanting a steak to saying, just give me a bowl of soup.
Yeah, you don't want it. That works opposite. They do the same with the Mexican restaurant with the chips and the salsa, right?
Right. Now, again, if it's busy, and that's the other thing, too. If it's busy, now you can get the bread anyway. If it's busy and you place your order already and they give you more bread, you're stuck. Now you already ordered it. And if you say, I'm full, just take it home. Oh, that's great. Good. Here's your bill. Go. And then you don't have to worry about the music.
I still laugh at the music. That music thing gets me. That's going to stick with me now.
And that's something you're going to pay attention to, too. Next time you go to a restaurant that plays music, you're going to pay attention. It's like, they just, what are they playing? Are they playing Kenny G?
Well, one place we go to plays DVDs, and it's an Italian restaurant, so it's usually one of three: the original Rocky, The Godfather, or Goodfellas. So again, now I'm going to sit.
Right, you're going to want this. Well, then I thought, and this is just something. So one place we love Mexican restaurants, and I thought to myself, is there any kind of slow music that you'll hear in a Mexican restaurant? Mexican restaurants are the most upbeat. Like, what a great atmosphere our Mexican restaurants have.
Inside joke from Kelvin. That's a good one.
I didn't see it. So
it's about Shinedown, and that's Dee's favorite band. So Kelvin knows that, and he likes to pick on.
Oh, but I thought of that too. It's like that's why we'll go to Mexican restaurants because we know we're always going to have good food and good time because they're not going to slow me down.
Mariachi bands are underrated.
That's right.
Good mariachi band will keep me around for a while. You know what? Here's one. Simple one. 6 words that they'll ask you. Right? Do you want fries with that? The simple, subtle upcharge. You order just the basic, a sandwich and a beverage. Do you want fries with that?
Well, see, that's the thing. I have a problem that I cannot eat like a sandwich. I can't eat a sandwich without chips. Like if I get a hoagie from a Wawa, if we don't have chips at home, I will buy the $5 bag of chips from Wawa just so I have chips with it. Because I won't get the small one. I need a big one. So you got to eat. These are chips, man. You're eating like 5-6 chips per bite of your sandwich. So you've got to equal that out. Plus, then if there's extra left right now, my little guy gets them because he loves chips and fries. But no, you're right. I mean, it's very hard to go into like a fast food place and just order a sandwich. It's like they look at you like you've got 9 heads. Yeah, I just want the sandwich. You just want the sandwich? Yeah, I just want the sandwich. No fries? No. How about a soda? I don't think so. Now, on to fast food, which is just a quick aside, I have figured out that the reason the ice cream machines don't work at McDonald's is because Wendy's is sending secret agents in there to break them so more people will buy Frosties. Case in point, they just came out with 3 new flavors of Frosties. So if you go to a McDonald's, the reason they're breaking the ice cream machines is so you'll go to Wendy's for a Frosty. That's just an aside. It's my opinion.
Well, I found this out the hard way the other day. I just wanted to go. I'm not going to mention the name of the restaurant because I like it there. It's a fast food place. All I wanted was an iced tea, medium iced tea. So I went in and got the tea, and the tea was almost $4. But I know that if I get a breakfast meal there, the meal with the iced tea is only $6 total.
And that's how they get you.
So I'm better off buying just the meal. So I get the tea, and now I get something to eat instead of just getting the tea.
And we say that all the time. Like when we go, we say, well, we don't need drinks. We have drinks at home. But then all of a sudden everything becomes more money because you didn't get to drink to offset the price to get a special deal.
Yeah, you're getting the a la carte prices. And that's another way they kind of get you, though, because you still spend more money.
Yeah, that's exactly. Because then you'll get that, and then you'll think to yourself, okay, I'll get that. Well, maybe I'll get an extra something. And that's how they get you. Then all of a sudden you're getting dessert.
This is what we need in the U.S. 2 ice cream machines at McDonald's so they don't break down. Kelvin, I love it. There was something else I had on my mind about fast food places, and I can't remember what it was. And it'll probably come to me later. But right now it escapes me.
This is gone.
Yeah.
Out of your head, like it's
gone. Oh, no,
now
I know it is. All right, I got it.
Back.
This one I will mention. So McDonald's, if you use the app to order, they had this period where they would offer you a discount on a meal if you use the app. It was $2 off of a value meal if the total price before tax, and this is the key piece, before tax was $10. Now, it wasn't always that way. They changed the rule. So what did they do with their steak, egg, and cheese breakfast meal? They dropped the price. The price originally was just over $10. They dropped it to $9.35. So now, if you went in and used the app, you paid full price because the price before tax was under $10. So you weren't getting the discount. So everybody who ordered that meal was paying more if you use the app. Now, if you're one of those people who walked in the store every time and ordered, you think you're getting a deal because they dropped that price. But most people, or a lot of people, started using the app. They were probably losing money using the app. So they said, here's what we'll do. We're going to drop that price under the threshold just enough to where you can't use the discount. And you're paying full price.
See, now I get a lot of places who say, or if you order on the app, say more to you, I order on the app, and ordering on the app to me is like going through the drive-through. Ask Joe Pesci from Lethal Weapon what about the drive-through, and that's all I'll say about that. And I hate going through the drive-through. And my wife is like she'll go through. It's like we're gonna go through the drive-through, and I literally have panic attacks. She'll be sitting next to me in the car, and she's got to order because I refuse to talk to them because huh? I can't deal with that. But lately, I've been just getting, well, if you get this, if you order on the app, you get the deal. If you come in the store, no, you don't get the deal. And it's like, all right, I'll order on the app. But then it's like, I don't see you making my food. Can't witness it. I can't see people working in the background. I don't know what's going on. That's why I like to go in. Call it paranoid. Just me.
I use the app all the time for anywhere I'm going to go, and it saves me time. My food is ready when I get there. I don't have to sit in the drive-through line. I will walk in. They have a pickup desk. I go in, grab it, and I'm out before I deal with those lines.
I usually just do it with coffee, and sometimes I'll do it with Wawa. We've been pretty good with Wawa, but then again, I'm a Wawa-aholic, so.
I like that too, Kelvin. So over in the UK, the tax is already included in the price. So whatever you see on the board, that's what you pay.
Yeah, that's great. Because, right, I'm not going to sit there and start doing math when I'm ordering food. Okay, so this is what I want. Get the calculator out. Oh, yeah, because then the worst thing is like, all right, I got $20 in my pocket. Oh, that's this price. Yeah, perfect. Then all of a sudden, yeah, it's $20.01.
Plus tax, yep.
And it's like, I don't have 01. Well, then you're out of luck. Hate that. Hate taxes. Taxes stink. I hate taxes. Anyway, that was just me.
If you're out here listening to us rant right now, we do have a comments, and you are more than welcome to chime in. Kelvin has been great. He has been with us the whole show, and we appreciate that. Are there any other tricks you could think of? Those are the main ones I could always think of.
I can't really think of any other tricks. You know, I mean, I don't even think it's a trip. I think it's just like the best when you can go, and then they give you make one order thing, but then you get bottomless flapjacks. It's like, yeah, bring them on. But that's just again. Especially when you have little people, because then you can order a meal, and then you get those free flapjacks, and it's like, guess what you're having for breakfast, buddy? Pancakes.
See, some of the stuff they offer that all you can eat, it's so heavy. Like, how much can you really eat?
And that, yeah, that's like at a buffet. You got to pace yourself at those all you can eat buffets. I love all you can eat buffets.
I try not to go to those anymore.
All you can eat buffets? We don't have, since I moved, we do not have many all you can eat buffets except for like the Golden Corral, which you just don't want to walk into and watch a fight break out, because that happened once. I don't know if it was here, but I think it might have been at this one.
Those are on like Customer Wars. Customer Wars usually has stuff like that.
People throwing chairs at other people. That last piece of steak was mine.
There was one where it was crab legs, and it was just a free for all. There was a massive fight over crab legs.
It's a piece of steak and crab legs at Golden Corral.
Yeah.
You know,
you're not getting the prime cut. Not getting the prime cuts of meat.
Sometimes like the most ridiculous things too, because I once went to a Dunkin' Donuts and I ordered a breakfast sandwich and said, sorry, we're out of eggs. There literally was a grocery store across the street.
But they have special eggs they use.
Special eggs.
They probably, but have you ever seen them make the sandwich with the eggs? They don't have a grill in the back. Those are pre-cooked eggs that they're putting through.
And that's why I don't eat them anymore.
It's a conveyor belt that they cook the eggs on.
That's why I stick with Krispy Kreme donuts. Anyway,
looks like our sister chiming in now.
Oh, she was sending speech to stuff. So
hop along.
Hop along. Stuffed meatball.
After one meal, yeah. It depends on what you get. But like my buffet days are pretty much over. I don't use them anymore. I feel that you are compelled to overeat when you go. So that's why I don't do them anymore.
Well, bottom line, people, when you go out to eat, don't make questionable choices.
Don't.
Don't do it. Speaking of questionable choices, it's time. I think it's time for
mystery question.
Mystery question. Boom, 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 boom.
Would you like to ask first, or would you like to be asked first?
I'm gonna ask first.
Okay.
What song makes you speed when you're driving in your car and you're afraid you're going to be pulled over? Now, it may not make you speed, but it makes you want to speed because it's on, that adrenaline is pumping, and all of a sudden you just feel like, yeah.
You realize this is way too easy for me.
I don't, because there's so many songs it could be.
Oh, no, there's only one for me.
Okay, for you, go ahead.
Eastbound and Down by Jerry Reed.
All right. So now, if I can say, I don't know how you do this, that is also my song, but reason being is true story. When we moved into our house, we had to get everything, and we ordered a bed. So the day the bed was supposed to be delivered, we went out shopping for other things. While we were out shopping, and we were about 20 minutes, half hour away from the house, we get a call. I'm on the way to your house. We got done with the other place early. We're about 10 minutes away. We said, holy cow, dropped everything we do, jumped in the car, we're driving. And my wife goes, I'm not saying her name because I don't know if she wants me to. It's not that anything to that. She said, we're never going to make it. I said, oh, yes, we are. And I put that song on the radio. And we made it.
More than once, I have found my speed go up at least 10 miles an hour when that song is on. I'm
in there and I'm singing along, and I feel like I'm snowman. And I say that because so many times I've been driving and cars will zoom past me, and I'll go, there goes the bandit. And I say, good, let him be the bandit. He just keep everybody occupied, and I'll just drive behind him.
Jump by Van Halen. That's a good one. That will definitely make me speed up.
Danger Zone. I always thought Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins. I'll hear that sometimes. And I'll be going, and all of a sudden my car becomes a jet plane. Jet fighter.
It's always been Eastbound and Down for me.
That's said, like, there's actually been times where I've heard songs, especially that one. And I look at my speedometer and it's like, oh.
Yeah.
The cop is not near me.
Or most things by AC/DC will also make me tend to speed up.
I'll just, like me, it's like sometimes just like those 70s and 80s songs that just hit you right there. And then there's some ones I'll just sing along, and I'll be singing along, and all of a sudden I'll be speeding. When Bohemian Rhapsody comes on, especially the middle part, you start banging your head just like Wayne and Guard.
Wayne and Guard, yep.
And you just...
All right, Katie's really digging deep now. Rubber Rag. Billy Joel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I could see that too. You could just play that to like you could play that song to a NASCAR, right? And that would be just too funny. Playing Root Beer Rag to watching a NASCAR event.
Thunderstruck will get me to kick it in. Like I said, mostly AC/DC will definitely get me to speed, but nope. Hands down, nowhere to lie. It's got to be Eastbound and Down by Jerry Reed every time.
That is mine as well. All right.
Your turn.
Your turn.
I'm trying to stick with the topic tonight, or at least somewhat close to the topic.
Okay, I was totally off. I didn't realize we had to make them connect.
You do whatever you want. It's a mystery question.
That was the mystery to me then.
If you could only eat meat from one animal for the rest of your life, what animal would you choose?
Meat from one animal.
Yep, that's it.
All right, we'll see. At first, I was like, "Oh, this is easy."
No, it's not.
But then I realized that I would have to give up something.
Correct.
Now I'll tell you, the chicken, he's out. Chicken's out, and maybe it's because I just eat so much chicken here, but chicken's out. But I would be willing. I'm going to say the cow because I would be willing to give up bacon for steaks all the time.
And burgers.
And yeah. So there's no bacon on my burger. So I'll put extra cheese on it. But that's the thing. The pig only gives me the bacon. But the cow, he's giving me ground beef. He's giving me steaks. He give me everything. So that's what I'll go with, the cow. You go with the bacon? You go with the pig?
I'm going with the pig. And here's why. Not only do I get bacon, I get pork sausage. I get ribs. Because ain't nothing like a good pork spare rib. I get pork chops. I mean...
Well, while you're in your pork chops, I'm going to sit in front of my big filet, slap my belly, and say, pass the A1.
Have you ever had a double thick pork chop at all?
Yeah, I have. I've cooked a double thick pork chop.
Yeah,
I
thought it was going to... I thought it would have been the cow for me too. But I eat more pork type, and I hate ham, which is the funny part. So ham wouldn't even be the reason. I've also found something amazing. Pork shanks. A pork shank can be like a chicken wing for the pig. They're nice and crispy when they're made right. There's some really good glazes for them. And the one restaurant we go to has them in the summer. And I order them at least every other time we go. They're amazing.
Well, again, I just see, because I guess, you know what? And it may be just because it's been so long since I've had anything but ground beef from the cow. Because you know what? I got 202, so I'm not buying a lot of steak.
True. Yeah.
I'm making stuff for those little guys to eat.
I mean, I think a cow is a very solid choice.
But again, back to like you're talking about things from a pig. The other thing I like, and not a lot of people in the house like, is those prepared pork loins they have where they're already seasoned and everything.
Yeah.
If you follow those instructions right, they come out so tender and so good. But
our sister would go with the chicken.
I mean, I'd also be giving up wings with the chicken, but like, again, I think it's because I eat so much chicken. I'm like, every day, it's like, how are we making the chicken tonight? I don't know. I've made chicken so many different ways, I'm running out of them. Same thing with ground beef.
Friday night, I had one of the best roast chicken dinners ever. And it's a place we go to a lot. No one makes one as good as they do. The skin is nice and crispy on the outside. If I didn't eat that again, if I couldn't eat that again, I'd be okay.
So was it okay with the jokes you made about it since you roasted it?
Kelvin, if you're still with us, see, it's hereditary. Ooh, air frying. See, we don't have an air fryer.
Oh, we do. That's the best. First of all, in this household, when you have young people, it's the best invention ever. If it's one of those things where I come home from work and nobody wants to make anything, what's for dinner tonight? Air fryer night. Love air fryer night. However, if I make wings, I always have to make them in oil. We've tried them in the air fryer and oil, and the taste is not even comparable. Got to deep fry the wings. Can't even put them in the oven. Deep fried is the way to go.
You ever notice wings don't reheat real well, though?
Again, now that's the thing. In an air fryer, they reheat great. Same thing with pizza. Pizza reheats great in an air fryer.
Right. There's another reason, by the way. Pepperoni's made from pork.
So then I just get sausage.
Sausage is made from pork.
You can make a beef sausage.
It's not as good as a pork sausage.
Yeah, anything. Ground beef, cheeseburger pizza.
Standard pepperoni and sausage are better on pizza.
I mean, pepperoni is very popular with pizza on pizza here. So yes, I understand that.
Pepperoni is a staple.
But I'm also a bigger fan of Sicilian pizza than anything.
New York style. Thin crust, foldable slices.
Oh,
all day, every day.
See, thin crust. Are you talking thin, like cracker crust, or just
No,
thin
foldable slices, New York style.
Because I can't like people like. I'm not a fan of the cracker crust.
No,
Like,
that's
if I want a pizza on a cracker, I would just made some little pizzas on Ritz.
interesting. Hamburger pizzas are popular over in the UK. Awesome.
Like I said, we've had hamburger pizza. We've had them here. We got a place that makes them all different kinds. We got a few weeks ago. They had a chicken Alfredo pizza.
I've seen those.
You're not going out of the room. That's my cat in the background. For anybody listening,
Gaston.
my cat Gaston is whining because he wants to leave. Yet he laid on the ground when we came in here and didn't move. Now he wants to go.
He's a cat.
That's right. Cats just rule.
He's a cat. Well, all right. We have done 40 solid minutes of talking.
I gotta tell you, I didn't think we'd go that long, but hey, it worked.
That's what he said. Well, we're glad for those of you who showed up. Thank you for listening to us rant.
And we will continue to rant because we have made questionable choices. And again, please don't look for my OnlyFans page. I have taken it down. No,
it is gone.
And I do not have an OnlyFans page.
I think we have a topic for next week that'll be pretty interesting if we go with this topic.
Next week's topic will be your colon and you.
No, it will not be. That is incorrect.
See, I just made a questionable choice. I gave you a false statement.
No, you know what I want to talk about next week. You better do your research on this one.
Listen, I saw what you said, and I really don't want to talk about your foot fungus.
Dude. Yeah, Calvin, you're right. Lack of hair is a big thing in this family.
I just gave up.
I'm holding on to the...
I gave up. Took it off. Of course, if I ever shaved this, my children would not know who I am. No. If I ever grew hair, I've already realized I can't grow hair back because the bald spot I had is even worse now. I can feel like no hair right here. And I would just look ridiculous. Not that I don't look ridiculous now.
I'm hanging on with what I got. I cut it short now, though, but maybe someday I'll have it replaced.
You, Frankie Valley in the Four Seasons, hanging on to what you got.
Hanging on to what I got. All right, I think we've bored people enough today.
Wake up! Oh, it's almost 10 o'clock. Well, we're glad we were able to put you to sleep and not have to read Goodnight Moon.
Thanks to our sister who showed up. Thanks to my good friend and brother from another mother across the pond, Calvin, for showing up.
Feel better, Kate.
Hop along, yeah. She probably has nothing to do.
She talked to her nephew earlier, so
that's good. And then somebody else is here. So if you were here and you just like what we had to say and you want to chime in next week, come back and
tell your friends.
Comment.
Say, I'm here. I miss you.
Preview next week is Firefest. Look it up. Dig into Firefest. If you don't know what Firefest is, it's fascinating.
Drew Barrymore will be here.
No, she will not.
It's Firefest.
No.
Oh,
that's Firestarter.
Sorry.
No, Firefest.
Oh. So Drew's not coming?
No. Drew Carey's not coming either.
Will E.T. be here?
No.
Yeah.
He phoned home. Mm-hmm. He ordered pizza with.
I thought we were having guests.
Pepperoni.
I'm going to order Reese's Pieces. Maybe he'll come.
That's what he said. That's enough. All right. Thank you, everybody.
You're welcome for those setups, by the way. Bye, everybody.
Take care, everyone. We'll see you for our next show.
As my son would go, mwah.
Mwah. And we are out.